Hello, this is a review on the Stok's Tourist Portable Grill, which uses this propane bottle. It comes also with this carrying case. But what I'm showing you is what I'm not seeing in the YouTube videos that I think would be helpful, because it really stumped me. First of all, this little handle is kind of tough to put together, but you're on your own on that. I'm going to set it aside. But this is something I didn't even know until after I owned it for quite a while, that you can set the burner inside and carry it, which is awesome. So I'm kind of doing this backwards, but that's a feature I did not know even exists till I saw a picture at the store. And we'll remove the burner. Sorry for the jumbled mess. Remove the grill. Remove the drip bucket, I call it. And then remove what I call the flash pan. And these are the various parts: the kettle, the lid, the flash pan, the bucket, the bottle, the burner. We'll talk about this later. This is my own contribution, so to speak. What's neat about this thing, under the underside of the burner, there is a clip that holds 3 spring-loaded legs. And of course, this would be the underside of the burner. This is where the bottle screws on. It's also, the legs are tall enough that you can use a regular propane tank like you use to solder plumbing. But for this demonstration purpose, I am going to put these legs together and flip open this little keeper, and that keeps everything deployed, so I can show you how this goes together. One thing I do like about it was the second reason why I bought it. This burner could also cook a pan of water, a cowboy percolator coffee pot or a railroad coffee pot, or a cast iron pan. So not only is it a grill, it's also a place to just fry some eggs if you had to, or cook some coffee. Notice this thing came off. Alright, since we're talking about this, these are the 3 clips that holds the kettle on. These 3 clips. So what we'll do is we'll flip them inwards. Otherwise they'll be on the outside and won't do us any good. Right here is the little starter, which you can see here has, I'll move this thing, a little starter button. And then the on-off valve that turns on the gas. You gotta crack that open, hit that button, and then this starts flaming. Yeah, this looks a little rough. I haven't figured out a good way to clean it. The underside does have some clips, not Allen clips, just some clips that holds this ring on from the underside. These remove, but I haven't figured out how to clean. Best thing to do is get Simple Green or Purple Power, which is a similar product, spray it on there, and just wipe it off the best you can. Alright, so now we will put the kettle on. The real key to this is, you notice the little weep hole. You see the hole right there? What this thing has, which is a pretty cool design, has a trough that runs around the perimeter, and this captures the grease, and if you have it level or even have a little pitched when you have it when you're cooking on it. The hot grease will drip to the outside rim and travel to the weep hole, travel down this wick, which is a steel wire, and it will drip into this catch pan. I'll show you. That's the last thing you put on, so just kind of showing you things. And the reason why this little weep hole is so important, when you're putting it on the burner, you put the weep hole in the back, and the burner dial gauge, not gauge, but the on-off dial gauge, you put that on the front. I've fought with this thing, and if you just put the weep hole at the back and the burner dial on the front, these clips will go right into place. Of course, I put that on backwards. Alright, so we got the clips, all the clips on. Sorry for that little jump. Next goes on the flash pan, I call it. If you notice right here, it's hard to see with all the scoring, but right here by my thumb is a little fin that comes up. Well, we'll look in here if I can get the right angle. Right here at about 4 o'clock, if you put this at the bottom of the hour, about 4 o'clock, there's a little receiver fin that pops up, and it goes inside the only spot on that burner that has that little lifted fin that sticks up. You'll see it in a little stand. And the stands are on the inside of the trough that runs around the perimeter. There's 3 of them. One of them has a fin that fits right in this little groove right here. Then, and the whole idea of this thing is the grease goes through the grill, drips on here, so it doesn't drip right onto the gas burner, otherwise you have a flare up or even just put the fire out. The grease runs off the edge, it's kind of concaved or cone shaped a little bit. It'll drip into the burner, drip off the flash pan and into the trough, and then it runs out to freedom into this little catch bin that just hangs off the side of the burner. Works very well. It's kind of interesting. The fat solidifies pretty fast, turns into a solid, so it's really not an issue of transporting it. You can just throw it back in here and put it back together the way I originally had it and transport it. And when you get home, just run some hot water in it and it all comes out of there. It's the only way to really get that stuff out of there. And this is my contribution. You guys that like to use wood chips and fruit wood, like apple wood or wood hardwood chips to have a smoky flavor. I just put them. This is my smoke box for this, and what this is a cast iron 1.25 inch end cap used for plumbing. I just fill it full of wood chips. It probably only takes like 5 or 6. You keep a few, like a Ziploc bag or something with water in it with a handful of chips in there, and just keep it in your fridge or wherever. And you pull out maybe 8 or 9, stand them straight up and set them in here. And I just set it right on the side and straddle between the flash pan and the side wall of the kettle. And as soon as you turn this thing on, the hot air starts coming around the edge and rolls. This heats up very fast and starts smoking, and it rolls inside the lid. It's really works quite well. This is 1.25 inch. You could probably go bigger, but it seems to work very well with me, for me. That is not a Stok's item, that is my item. And then next is, of course, your grill top. And that just fits on there just fine. And then, of course, the lid. And it works very well. Nice little protective shield because this thing does get hot. But what's nice about it, unlike a charcoal grill, it cools off almost instantly, and you can pick it up and walk off with it by the time you're done with your meal. I recommend, after using this thing almost every other day for probably like a month, I recommend the flash pan when you're doing your dishes, like your spatulas or tongs or whatever you're using to barbecue with. Wash this too, because I live in an apartment. It's another reason why I got it. It's mobile. I can set it out there and then bring it back in without worrying about it getting ripped off. But what also is nice is I can take it to the lake, I can take it to the coast, ocean, I can take it to a fishing spot and just cook off, right off the back of my truck. And it gets put away right away. You can put it all back together. The burner fits up inside here on top of the grill. And you just put it back in your case and be done with it. So that works very well. But I have found by me bringing it into the apartment that this flash pan gets a lot of carbon on it, a lot of burnt drippings and stuff, and pretty soon it starts smelling like it. And this is the culprit right here. If you wash that every time, and you can grab it as soon as your meal's over with and you've eaten, this thing's already cooled enough to pick up and wash your grill too. You might as well. But one thing else that's nice about this is when you do have to wash it, so that the trough remains free, so that the grease works like it's supposed to. It doesn't get all really bad. You just drop the whole thing in a hot sink full of water. Take your squirt thing and just runs right out the hole, and wipe it down. Haven't figured out how to clean the burner yet, but I think with that simple green, purple power, and it'll come right off. The only thing I don't like about it is these little clips that I was using to hold it on. It works, but they're kind of flimsy, but I really haven't broke one yet, so. And the only other thing that I don't like about it is it takes two hands. Even when you have the burner inside, it still takes two hands to carry this thing. And if you want to carry a lawn chair or something, a fishing pole, you gotta make two trips. Even though this thing only costs $40, I'd almost spend $40 more to take it to a welding shop and have them do some sort of turn and twist lock so I can just grab and pick the whole thing up and carry it. I know all through the directions it says do not cook and carry at the same time. I don't know what idiot would do that, but they're out there. So, but if they're not going to figure out a way to do it, I'm going to modify mine. I think a turn and twist, or maybe 3 little hasps or something like that. Even a little hook and eye would work, but that would look kind of silly. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And that is the Stok's Tourist with my cooking smoking box, which is 1.25 inch cast iron pipe end cap. Nice little grill. It's perfect for fishing, hunting, going to the beach, going to the lake. Be safe, enjoy, and clean that pan off once in a while, and you'll have it's a great cooker. It's made of steel, so it's not going anywhere. Enjoy.